Guys, 416, real quick. We have a company who owes another company money. So that means you owe a vendor, okay? Uh, Accounts payable is where it's recorded, and you don't have the money to pay uh, the payable. So what you do is you issue a note payable, and when you do that, that's a formal statement, and it's more of a negotiable instrument. And so we go ahead and we take it out of accounts payable, and then we open up a notes payable for that. So you'll see here in this journal entry, we're debiting accounts payable, which would be decreasing it, and then we are crediting notes payable, which would be increasing that. So you're basically swapping one payable for another. And then this is I think a 4 month note, isn't it? And so we have basically a quarter that's ending on March the 31st, and a lot of companies will close out their books at this point, uh, and they'll go ahead and they'll record any kind of interest expense that they may have incurred over that quarter. So what we have on this particular note is we have 2 months worth of interest. So we need to record that expense. And then, of course, we're not paying it, so it is just another payable that we have to put on record. And so we're taking the note amount of 63,000 and multiplying it times 9% and the 2 months, and we get 945. And so we're going ahead and we're recording 2 months worth of interest. And then you'll see that on May 31st, when this note then it comes to a point where we need to pay it, then we're going to pay in cash the total amount of the note plus the whole 4 months, you'll see here cash, worth of interest. And our note payable has to go away because it's no longer a payable because we're paying it, right? And also we have this interest payable that's been recorded for the last March, so we have to remove that. And then, of course, the interest expense for 2 months, then for basically the month of April and May that have not been recorded as an expense for the second quarter of the year, if you want to go with those kind of quarters, with a calendar quarter, then you have interest of 2 months there that you're going to have to record as expense. So keep in mind that this expense is recorded for 2 months in the first quarter, and this second amount here of 945 is for the other 2 months for the second quarter. So you're just putting it in the appropriate place, right? And then, of course, on the balance sheet as of March 31st, you're going to have both a note payable and you're going to have an interest payable on that particular note that'll both show up on a balance sheet at the end of March. And then those notes, right, that note, excuse me, will not be on the end of the second quarter because that note will have been paid, and the payable associated with it will also not be on the second quarter's balance sheet because it will have been paid as well. And then, of course, the appropriate amount of interest would show up in the income statement at the end of the second quarter. So I just wanted to kind of talk you through that. So, people don't work with accounting every day. It's kind of understanding like what is exactly, why are you doing this, and why are you debiting this and crediting this. And so I just wanted to get to that point here. We understand that this is the flip side of exercise 415. Instead of being a customer receiving a note, receiving a note from a customer, you are actually issuing a note to a vendor, right, in this particular problem. So I hope that gives you an understanding of what you're doing and how to do it.